Here's a scary thought. You could be having your best year as a creator and still be building a business that's going to fail. You could be getting more views than ever, more followers, more brand deals, more attention, and everything could look incredible from the outside. But underneath all of that, you could be getting further away from financial security. And most creators won't realize it until something goes wrong, because success has a way of hiding problems. When the views are coming in, you don't question the business model. When the brands are paying, you don't question the revenue. When the audience is growing, you assume you're moving in the right direction. But what happens when one of those things disappears? That's when you find out what you actually built. Think about it. If your biggest client disappeared tomorrow, would you be okay? If your views dropped 50%, would your income survive? If you couldn't post for 3 months, would anything in your business continue working? If the answer is no, that's not something to be embarrassed about. But it is something you need to know, because there's a huge difference between growth and stability. Growth is getting bigger. Stability is being able to survive when things get smaller. And creators tend to obsess over the first one. How many followers did I gain? How many views did I get? How much did I make this month? But those numbers don't tell you how fragile your business is. In fact, sometimes they're hiding it. Imagine two creators. Creator A has 500,000 followers. Most of their income comes from brand deals. They have no recurring revenue, no products, no community they control, and almost everything depends on staying visible. Creator B has 50,000 followers, but they have multiple income streams, long-term relationships, a loyal audience, and systems that continue creating value even when they're not posting. Who would you rather be? The first creator looks more successful, but the second creator may actually be safer. And that's the part I think creators need to start talking about more. Safety, not just success, because nobody wants to spend 5 years building a career, only to wake up one morning and realize they have to start over. That's an incredibly uncomfortable thought. But here's the good news. You don't need to tear everything down and start again. You just need to start building underneath the attention. Take the audience you already have. Take the trust you've already earned. Take the opportunities already coming your way. And start asking, what can I build that doesn't disappear when the attention does? Maybe it's recurring revenue. Maybe it's a product. Maybe it's a service. Maybe it's a community. Maybe it's stronger relationships with your audience. Maybe it's simply having multiple sources of income instead of one. The point isn't to do everything. The point is to stop letting one thing determine whether you're okay. Because real success isn't when everything goes right. Real success is when something goes wrong, and you're still okay. That's the kind of business that gives you peace of mind. You don't have to panic every time your views dip. You don't have to obsess over every algorithm change. You don't have to wonder whether the next brand deal is coming. You can keep creating because you actually want to, not because you're terrified of what happens if you stop. And I think that's where the creator economy is heading. We're going to see less focus on looking successful and more focus on actually becoming financially resilient. Because at some point, the question stops being, how big can I get? And becomes, how much of what I've built can I actually keep? That's a much more important question. So if you're a creator and things are going well right now, don't let that make you complacent. Enjoy the growth, celebrate it, but use the good times to build something that can protect you when the good times eventually slow down. Because they will. Every creator has a slow season. Every platform changes. Every business has setbacks. The goal isn't to avoid those moments. The goal is to reach the point where those moments don't scare you anymore. That's what real leverage looks like. And that's what turns a creator career into a real business. If you want to go deeper into how creators can build more stability, ownership, and long-term value instead of constantly chasing the next spike, there's more on that here on the channel.